human leadership is going to be told that everything is going to go to pot unless they sign those agreements, and that the reptilians and the Orions will calmly tell them they'll fix everything if they sign the agreements, and the agreements will allow them, on paper at least, to continue operating in complete secrecy. I see. You would just forget about humanity. That's the end of humanity. That's the end of everything here. The only solution is
Hi everyone, I'm Leewayde. There's lots of other channels on YouTube like Bright Insight, Uncharted X, The Y Files, and many others that are trying to show you mysteries that seemingly make no sense and don't have a clear answer, and are encouraging you to go down the rabbit hole. You'll see a quote here from the Matrix. It's not an accident. You are in a matrix. The reason I say that is because my channel is also trying to pull you down the rabbit hole. But I'm feeling impatient today, so I'm going to skip straight to the bottom, my friend. The lesson that you need to learn is that the pyramids were built by slaves, and they never freed those slaves. They realized they didn't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens so we wouldn't see the cage.
okay. So right now the Earth seems sort of good because the bad guys are being held in check to some extent, but that would go away. All right, if the oppressive extraterrestrials were allowed to do whatever they wanted. Okay, and then it would essentially go back to the old days where it was total enslavement. So, okay. So right now we're in a situation where the oppressive extraterrestrials, let me get this right, they can't operate freely unless they get a free choice agreement with human leadership. Okay, and so are we correct in thinking that those crises are boiling up with the intent of tricking human leadership to signing? Yes, you are saying that's correct. Okay, so all right, correct me as I go on because I got to keep talking while. Okay, I got it. Okay, so what you're saying, and again, Harvey will correct me if I'm wrong, is that these crises are being manufactured with the intent. There's only one intent that's actually happening, and that intent is to get human leadership to sign further agreements, which you guys you're going to have to obey them if they've signed. Okay, if the human leadership is faced with, say, nuclear Armageddon in Europe and possible who knows what, that would seem like the whole planet is totally out of control. And the Orions and the reptilians would then take advantage of that and say, look, you want us to fix this, we can fix this. But you're going to kill yourselves if you don't have us fix it. That's what they're going to say. Okay, they're going to say basically, okay, Harvey told me, did I get it right? Okay. Harvey told me I got it right, that the human leadership is going to be told that everything is going to go to pot unless they sign those agreements, and that the reptilians and the Orions will calmly tell them they'll fix everything if they sign the agreements, and the agreements will allow them, on paper at least, to continue operating in complete secrecy, which would allow them to continue doing whatever they're doing. But it would also, would you guys leave at that point? Yes, you would leave. There's nothing you could do. All right, at that point, you guys would leave. Yeah, so at that point, the Orions and the reptilians, if they get another agreement, humans are, that's the end of them? Yeah, it'll take thousands of years for you to come up with another opportunity to save the population. It'd be another place, another planet. It'd be a horrific galaxy-wide loss to lose humanity at this point. Yeah.
He says that, but when I talk to humans, all right, let's not be dark about this. Let me add some context for you. Now, this guy right here, Courtney Brown, he works at Farsight Institute. He also works at the College of Indiana, I believe. He is talking with an extraterrestrial. Now, if you believe this is nonsense, fine, fair enough. He believes he's talking to an extraterrestrial named Harvey for comedic purposes that I won't get into. Harvey is telling him that the Osirans and lizard people. Now, ironically, if you've seen the Y files, the little hecklefish always yells about lizard people. Coincidence? Probably not, dude. Now, anyway, the lizard people, which apparently control our government, I don't know. Yes, that's what happens. Um, so where we are with this, either we get the truth and yay, humanity enters into reality, which is apparently a more complicated place than you and I are prepared for, or we get more lies. And I'm really worried that we're going to get more lies and continue to be slaves. Hopefully that added some context. Let's continue.
Harvey wants me to really emphasize that there are reasons that we do not fully understand that it would be absolutely humongous, terribly humongous, like a galaxy-wide humongous, for this opportunity to be missed. And because of the way the galaxy works, there's nothing they can do, the good guys can do, if the reptilians and the Orions are successful in getting human leadership to sign those agreements. Then there would be no disclosure, is that right? Yeah, that's the whole point. There'd be no disclosure, or it'd be a very constrained level of disclosure, pointing the reptilians and Orions as being good guys. Yeah, so at the very saviors, in fact. So the publicity, the propaganda would be like they're the saviors, but in reality, they're the enslavers. Okay, so if human leadership signs the agreement, and they're going to be very tempted to sign the agreements because the crises that are boiling are going to seem so totally out of control. Now, if they did sign the agreements, what would did I get this right? Okay, but I should spell it out. Okay, so the question is, if the humans do sign the leadership, what would the reptilians and the Orions do to stop the crises? He's laughing. Harvey is laughing at that point. He said the very same things they used to create the crises with neural engagement, manipulating the human leadership, they would use that same thing, and then the crises would go away, meaning they would manipulate the leadership to stop wanting to fighting.
All right. Now, this is my personal opinion. I'm interjecting. Furthermore, we're watching a man talk to an empty chair on a beach. And I still think this is more accurate information than you can find in your history class. Isn't that weird and scary? I'm either a crazy deluded person or they flawlessly built a system to make you seem crazy if you talk about true things. Have you ever noticed that the world seems more and more crazy? Almost like there's some invisible strings being pulled to make things ridiculous, to make humans stupid and fight amongst just the dumbest stuff. But anyway, we're going to continue. Sorry, getting a little existential on you. Not much of this left. Here we go.
They would simply turn off the switches. They manipulate people. So if human leadership is being aggressively pushed to get into this fighting, the reptilians and Orions, it would be a piece of cake for them to manipulate the minds of the human leadership to stop the fighting, and everything would go back to normal and being peaceful. And that's what they want, because then it gives them a peaceful farm that they can harvest things from and control. And then they're going to wait a short amount of time, you're saying? Yeah, it would be really quickly. You guys would leave, and your allies would leave. And you would have to, oh, I see. So you would leave, but then you'd go to plan B, which is to regroup, and that's somewhere else in another part of the galaxy. I see. You would just forget about humanity. That's the end of humanity. That's the end of everything here. And you would have to regroup,
Sweet.
and you'd have to try somewhere else in another location, another opportunity. Wow. That is messed up. That is crazy. So if human leadership screws up, I was going to swear, if they screw up and sign those agreements, yeah, you're telling me even the human leadership is toast. And am I getting this right? The only solution is disclosure? Yeah. The only solution is disclosure, complete, total disclosure, because that's the only thing that would cause the cascade to happen such that the reptilians and the Orions, they can't operate in the shadows anymore. If if the disclosure thing happens, then everything that's been happening in the past, and that's why all the Farsight projects are so useful. Everything that's happening that happened in the past would then come out, and then humanity would never tolerate being led by reptilians and Orions.
You guys ever wonder why the CIA refuses to release the JFK assassination information? Or any other pertinent information about UFOs, or why they hire dudes to pretend to do crop circles in the UK? Like, I mean, who built the pyramids? Where did Atlantis go? Like, I mean, honestly, like, what do you think? Where did lemurs come from? Hmm? Hmm? We're getting off the point of the video. The point of the video is you live on a prison planet where they carefully manipulate the information around you so that you don't find out what's true. And the truth is terrifying. But the truth will set you free. Oh my God, the truth will set you free. It could not be more perfect. I mean, it's like right there in your face. All of it. The truth will set you free. That's really all I got for you. Because I have to hope that's true. Because if the truth doesn't set you free, I literally don't know what will. They'll just kill us all. Put us back in the Stone Age. Reboot our consciousness in a different type of body. Make you dumber. No opposable thumbs next time. I'm not trying to make this dark. I'm trying to be hopeful. I want humanity to wake up. But I'll be honest, I've been trying everything I can for disclosure, and it doesn't seem like I can make a difference. So hopefully you can. We'll leave it at that. Like this video, share this video, leave a comment. Tell me you think I'm crazy, or you think this is the most terrifying information you've ever seen. Why are you watching a floating head talk to a crazy dude on a beach in the middle of nowhere? How did you find this video? Thank you for watching. Please like and share. Wake up.